As BTS prepares to enter a new phase of their career, one question continues to surface across global fan communities and music industry discussions. Could Jungkook take on a bigger creative role in BTS's upcoming projects? This question is not born from rumor alone. It is rooted in observation of Jungkook's artistic evolution, his solo career milestones, and the broader shift BTS has undergone over the past several years. While no official confirmation has been made, the speculation itself reveals something important. Expectations around Jungkook have fundamentally changed. He is no longer viewed solely as the youngest member with exceptional performance skills. Increasingly, he is discussed as a creative force whose influence could shape BTS's future sound, direction, and identity. From the earliest days of BTS, Jungkook was recognized for his versatility. He sang, danced, and adapted quickly, earning the nickname Golden Maknae. Yet, for much of BTS's early career, his role was clearly defined within a structured group system. Over time, that structure evolved. Jungkook began demonstrating a deeper artistic awareness, attention to vocal color, emotional delivery, and stage storytelling. His performances grew more intentional. His presence felt less reactive and more directive. By the time Jungkook embarked on his solo work, this evolution became unmistakable. His music was not just well-produced, it was cohesive, intentional, and reflective of a clear artistic identity. This transformation laid the groundwork for today's speculation. Jungkook's solo releases offered more than chart success. They revealed how he thinks as an artist. The sound choices, pacing, and emotional tone of his solo work suggested an understanding of global pop trends combined with personal expression. Observers noted that his music felt accessible without being generic, an increasingly rare balance in mainstream pop. Importantly, Jungkook's solo era demonstrated that he could carry a project conceptually, not just perform within one. This has led industry analysts to question whether similar creative instincts could play a larger role within BTS's group projects moving forward. While no official credits confirm expanded creative authority, the potential is evident. To understand why this speculation exists, one must consider BTS's broader creative trajectory. In recent years, BTS has emphasized individuality alongside group unity. Each member explored solo projects, developing distinct artistic voices. This period was not a departure from BTS, it was an expansion of it. As the group prepares for upcoming projects, the challenge lies in integrating these individual identities into a cohesive whole. Jungkook's case stands out because his solo work aligns closely with BTS's global reach. This alignment fuels speculation that Jungkook could contribute more actively to shaping group concepts, vocal direction, or performance dynamics. Music industry commentators often emphasize experience as a catalyst for creative influence. Jungkook's exposure to international production standards, global audiences, and solo stage responsibility has likely expanded his perspective. Analysts suggest that artists who undergo such experiences often return to group settings with new insights, sometimes influencing creative decisions organically. This does not imply dominance or control. Rather, it suggests collaboration at a deeper level. In this context, Jungkook's potential expanded role would not disrupt BTS's balance, it could enhance it. Fans play a crucial role in shaping narrative momentum. Across online platforms, discussions about Jungkook's future role have shifted in tone. Early speculation was emotional and hopeful. Current speculation is analytical, grounded in observation rather than desire. Fans reference interviews, performance evolution, and musical consistency. They do not claim insider knowledge, instead they ask informed questions. This shift reflects maturity, both in Jungkook's career and in how audiences engage with it. When discussions arise about Jungkook taking on a bigger creative role, an important distinction must be made. Creative influence is not the same as creative control. In the music industry, creative influence often manifests quietly. It can appear in subtle decisions, vocal arrangements, performance pacing, emotional tone, or even how a song is interpreted live. Creative control, on the other hand, implies authority over final decisions. Most speculation surrounding Jungkook does not suggest that he would dominate BTS's creative direction. Instead, it suggests that his voice may carry greater weight in collaborative discussions. This distinction matters. BTS's longevity has always been rooted in balance, mutual respect, and shared leadership. Any expanded role for Jungkook would almost certainly exist within that framework. One of the most compelling reasons this speculation exists lies in Jungkook's musical instincts. His solo work demonstrated an intuitive understanding of global pop trends without sacrificing emotional authenticity. He gravitates toward melodies that resonate universally while still feeling personal. This instinct aligns closely with BTS's historical success, music that transcends language while maintaining emotional depth. If BTS is entering a new era that aims to reconnect with global audiences post-hiatus, Jungkook's sensibility could naturally inform aspects of sound selection, vocal emphasis, or stylistic direction. For Jungkook, performance itself is a creative language. His approach to stage presence has evolved from precise execution to expressive storytelling. Observers have noted how he adapts energy depending on venue, audience size, and song narrative. This performance intelligence is a form of creative leadership. It influences how songs are experienced rather than how they are written. In group settings, such instincts can shape rehearsal dynamics, live arrangements, and emotional delivery, areas where influence often matters more than formal titles. Military service often introduces artists to extended periods of reflection and distance from the spotlight. For Jungkook, this pause may have sharpened his understanding of what music means to him, not just as a career, but as identity. Artists frequently return from such experiences with heightened intentionality. They choose projects more carefully. They become selective rather than prolific. This shift could naturally translate into more thoughtful creative contributions within BTS, especially as the group reassesses its purpose and direction. BTS has never operated under a single creative authority. Leadership within the group is fluid, often shifting depending on the project, concept, or medium. RM's role as a spokesperson and lyricist, Suga's production insight, J-Hope's performance direction, each member contributes uniquely. Jungkook's potential expanded role would fit into this existing model rather than disrupt it. The question is not whether Jungkook will lead, but where his leadership might naturally emerge. Not all leadership is visible. Jungkook has often demonstrated what can be described as quiet authority, earning trust through consistency, discipline, and example rather than words. Within creative teams, such authority can shape outcomes subtly. Others listen. Suggestions carry weight. Decisions are influenced indirectly. This form of leadership is particularly effective in groups with strong personalities and mutual respect, exactly the environment BTS has cultivated. As Jungkook's profile grows, so do fan expectations. Some fans envision him as a future creative leader. Others fear that such speculation places unfair pressure on him. Both perspectives are valid. It is important to acknowledge that speculation reflects audience curiosity, not artist obligation. Jungkook has never publicly expressed a desire to control BTS's creative direction. Any expanded role would likely be gradual, organic, and aligned with his comfort, rather than imposed by external narratives. Notably, official channels have remained silent on this topic. This silence neither confirms nor denies speculation, but it allows room for interpretation. In the entertainment industry, silence often accompanies transitions still in progress. Rather than announcements, creative shifts frequently reveal themselves through output: sound changes, concept evolution, performance dynamics. If Jungkook's influence is expanding, it may only become evident once new BTS material is released. At its heart, BTS has always thrived on collaboration. No member's growth has ever diminished the others. Instead, individual evolution has strengthened the collective. If Jungkook brings new perspectives into the group, it will likely spark dialogue rather than hierarchy, conversations that challenge, refine, and elevate ideas. This collaborative culture is what allows speculation like this to exist without fear of imbalance. Timing is everything. Earlier in BTS's career, Jungkook's age and position may have limited opportunities for expanded influence. Today, those barriers no longer exist. Creative maturity is not measured by age, but by experience, and Jungkook now possesses both. If there were ever a moment for him to contribute more deeply beyond performance, this would be it. While speculation is natural, it carries risks. Fans and media must be cautious not to over-interpret normal artistic growth as strategic repositioning. Not every change signals intent. Not every evolution implies ambition. Respecting Jungkook's agency means allowing him to define his role rather than assigning one to him. This balance between curiosity and restraint is crucial. Looking back, BTS's major transitions were rarely announced in advance. They unfolded through music, visuals, and tone. Only later were they contextualized through interviews and reflection. If Jungkook's creative role is expanding, history suggests we will recognize it in hindsight rather than headline declarations. This discussion is not only about Jungkook. It reflects broader questions about BTS's future, how the group will evolve, how individuality and unity will coexist, and how global expectations will be navigated. Jungkook simply becomes a focal point because his trajectory embodies these questions so clearly. At present, the future remains undefined, and that is not a weakness. Ambiguity allows freedom. It allows BTS to experiment without pressure to conform to narratives. Whether Jungkook takes on a bigger creative role or not, the speculation itself highlights trust in his artistry.